What's what's good, y'all? It's your boy Big. What's what's good, y'all? It's your boy Big. What's what's good, y'all? It's your boy Big. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Big Train. We back here with another. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Big Train. We back here with another podcast. You know the Express, right? You feel me? Feel me? I got my boy right here, and he's here, and we're gonna be talking about some YouTube tips that y'all might want to listen to. All right. So let's get into it. So as a YouTuber, what's something that kids should really be aware of, like for any type of YouTuber? What should they be aware of how she put out content? What do you think about
For one, when you get on YouTube and you young like that, it could be a lot and a lot of influencers and influences that make you want to do your channel the way they're doing it. And I feel like that could really lead to a lot of confusion and a lot of people giving up on YouTube because there's a lot of people every single day that want to get on YouTube and do this and do that and become like this person, become like that person, but eventually that end up failing because they're not getting a certain amount of views or subscribers or not getting that impression that they thought they would be getting. And especially at a young age when you don't even know what you want to do yet. And at a point in time, YouTube just needs to be something you do for fun. You get into learning, you're expressing yourself, and most importantly, you need to be yourself. It's another thing from learning from your favorite YouTuber and all that, but it's just another thing when you're literally trying to be that person instead of yourself. So I feel like when you young and you're trying to start YouTube, you just need to do it for fun. Just learn the best way you can and try not to be influenced by a lot of the influencers on YouTube because there's a lot of big stars on YouTube that is very misleading to their viewers and that makes them believe this certain thing and try to follow in their footsteps when it really shouldn't be allowed to be doing all that. That's why YouTube had all these certain things happen, especially with the Logan Paul thing that happened a few years ago.
it? Yep.
And when YouTube came with this copper law, whatever, it was just a lot of commotion going on with YouTube. So it's mostly a lot of kids on YouTube. So that's basically why YouTube is now very strict, especially with the big influencers and stars. So, you know, I guess my thing would be just mostly just have fun with YouTube. Don't worry about nobody else. Stay in your lane. Focus on how you're trying to move and come up in your own special way. Because when somebody watches your videos or subscribe to you or just look at your channel, they need to look at it for you. They don't need to look at another person that's already big. Because then people just will get bored of your channel or just not want to watch your videos no more because you're just copying someone else.
Okay, okay, that's true. Your thumbnails. Now, I'm a person who also is trying to figure this out because it's kind of confusing. But your thumbnails, and how do you create your thumbnails? Like, do you use an app? Do you use a program on your computer? Like, how do you do it?
Well, right now for my thumbnails, I'm only using this free um, website on my computer called uh, Canva or whatever. It's a free um, website that I can use to do my thumbnails because right now with my thumbnails, I'm really not feeling doing the most extra stuff because they say when you getting on YouTube, you got to have this certain amount of thumbnail to catch your viewers' eye. But at the same time, people don't have the resources or knowledge or way of trying to get that picture perfect thumbnail because sometimes you have to pay an editor or someone to give you this certain type of thumbnail that you want, or you got to go through a learning process to be able to edit your own thumbnail, or you just got to go based off of what you can get from your video and what YouTube just picks off of on certain sections that you can just take a picture of and I guess, edit it to your liking. But thumbnails, I feel, will be something I probably would just have to figure out on later, because having that perfect thumbnail at this stage of every channel will be just very hard. That's why it's mainly just important just to focus on your title and how you are having your video, because a thumbnail just like is really hard, because most big YouTubers, they pay someone to do their thumbnail.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, and
Yep.
then 9 times out of 10, some YouTubers, they don't even edit or do their video. They have someone else do everything. They pay them to do everything from editing, title, um, just the whole video from beginning to end. All they do is just record it. They send it to someone, and they do everything. Me, I do everything for my videos. I don't pay nobody. I sit here and edit my own videos. I do my best with my thumbnail, title. It's just a learning process, because I feel like when you coming up on YouTube and you really trying to go far, you it's best you do everything by yourself, because if you have someone do it all for you, then you're relying on someone else to build you up, and it's mostly basically their channel, because they're doing everything, because all you doing is just playing the game. If you want to be a gamer and you want to be a YouTuber, a Twitch streamer, I feel like you need to do everything, and not just certain parts. You do this and you do that. You do everything. I feel like if you want to have like certain partnerships, you can do like what we doing. You can link up with other small channels. You can collab with other people, play the game. Just play with and then give each other advice, how to do this thumbnail, how to make a better title. Something like that. But as of right now, for thumbnails, man, I just do my best, and if I can't get it to where I want it to be, I'll get frustrated, and then it'll just basically be something that I just captured from my gameplay. But I mostly try to do thumbnails because that's part of the learning process. But
Oh, you.
video, yeah, my bad.
No, it's cool, bro. It's cool. But yeah, man, it's hard out here. Like I told you myself, like what I wanted to do, I told my people is what I wanted to do, and they said that's a good goal to have in the future, but you need to start off on something. And
Right.
if you were to look at my channel, I had some things I done myself. I was just putting out little mini clips of me singing here and there. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, because I wanted a group. I said, if I get a group of people, right? Oh, it's gonna
Hmm.
fall. Yeah, it's gonna fall. Hold on for a second. Uh, there we go. I said, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I said, if I get a group of people, right, and we all work together, and let's say we all make different contents, like RCDC World One, or these couple channels or these duo channels are here. I want to have something like that. And when I gave the opportunity for other people us to come in,
Right.
nobody wanted to join. So I was like, I got some on my own, and as you can see, on my 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing out here, man. You know what I'm saying? We linking up, and we just gotta do what we gotta do.
Well, 100%. I respected that, and I saw that, and when I started this YouTube thing, it was basically the what all I wanted to do. I didn't want to go to college. I didn't want to do anything. After watching all these people on YouTube, I was like, man, I can do that. I can put in the work. I mean, I invested in getting all this equipment, so it's my dream. So if I see anybody that has a dream of something they feel like they want to do, I encourage them to do it the best way they can. And I don't care what type of base you have on your channel, whether it's big or small, everyone deserves a chance to express themselves and put themselves in a position that will better themselves. So when I saw what you were doing and with the podcast, I thought it was a good idea, because it's a lot of things going on in the world, not just with gaming and YouTube and stuff like that. It's plenty of things to talk about. So when I saw that, I thought of it as a good idea for everyone to, you know, have an opportunity with. So I would definitely get on your podcast and we can talk about whatever. And that way I can hook you up and set you up to whatever gaming you want to do with me and my homies. And that way we can all have something together. Because I feel like when you have a group of people that is motivated into doing something no matter what it is, everyone can get some type of help from it, not just what we have in mind. Everyone can do it. Because for my channel and my videos back in the day, it was mostly with a group of people that I grew up with, because everyone that's on my channel is family. So from my first video to my latest video, it's mostly about me recording with the people that I love the most that helped me get to where I'm at now. I don't really have a big circle of friends. I just keep the family that I grew up with, because once you are reach a certain age, it's mostly about who you have with you, and that who has got you this far and influenced you to get where you at now. And so when you have these group of people that really want to do either whatever it is, I feel like it's best for everyone to come together to influence and better one another for their future wise. So with you, I feel like if you continue to do the podcast, whatever you want to do, podcast, music, anything, you just stick to it, because it's not going to be overnight. I've been on YouTube for like a year now, and I'm trying to get to 100 subs. So it's still a learning process. It's going to take time. It's not going to get to that point at where you want to be at right now, but eventually it will come, because you keep it doing the work and you just keep doing what you're doing from the get-go, everything will turn out the way you want it to be. So with the podcast, I thought it was a good idea, because a lot of podcasters now don't really talk about what needs to be talked about, especially from what's going on with the world, from COVID and the vaccines and the elections and all this type of stuff. It's really a lot to talk about that people, I guess, are too hesitant or too scared or just not really trying to do.
I think they're
But
afraid of being judged in simple
it,
ways.
it but I feel like if you are too hesitant to talk about these certain things, I don't feel like you should do that, and you should go a certain way. Because when people come to a podcast or a news or any type of station that has to do with talking about what's going on with the world, they need to know the truth. They need to know what's really going on. They just really need to know what's happening right now, because it's a lot of people that are confused. It's a lot of people divided. It's just a lot of people that is not really on the same page and that's really working together. Because from what the vaccines are going on right now, it's just a lot going on. Then with COVID and then people protesting, it's just a lot going on. So I feel like having something where people can come to just to talk about, not afraid to being judged, not afraid to talk about certain situations that might be sensitive to others, people who are bold enough to just express their emotions for the better of others and for the better of people who are afraid to. I feel like having this podcast or any podcast will be better for a lot of people that needs to come and hear the truth.
What is your okay? So, because I know like we both want to get paid off YouTube, and if we
You're
was
right.
to get keep going and grind and reach a certain amount of subs, we both want to get paid. So, let's
Right.
say let's say we both have 1,000, right? Hypothetically, let's say later in life we have 1,000 subscribers, right? We reach what they want us to reach, in the hours and everything, right? And then we get monetized. How
Right.
many of your videos, right? Honestly, do you think you can answer this? And if you don't want to answer this, I understand. How many of your videos do you think you'll be able to get monetized from? Honestly, because do you know like there might be some copyright claims, and they're saying what was it? I just got a thing from one YouTube. He says at prison sentence for a copyright strike. So I didn't look at the video. I don't know much about it, but I'm saying like they're coming down hard on people. So I'm like, how many
Right.
of the videos do you think that you might be able to monetize?
Well, right now, since I'm not getting paid or monetized, I really don't care about getting no copyright strike, because there's no money or anything coming to my channel. So I can post whatever music, whatever I want. You can't do nothing to my channel. Now, a few years later, when I get bigger and subscribers and everything come and I'm making money, it's going to be much harder to edit and allow certain clips into my videos, because I'm copyrighted because of this music or this and that. And especially when the games I like to play, like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that, you really can't show that much graphic stuff. So all that got to get blocked. The music got to get blocked, and it's just a way you have to set up your channel when you get bigger. So from my perspective, when my videos get up there, how many videos where I'm gonna try to monetize? Every video I put up, I'm gonna try my best to make sure it get monetized. If it doesn't get monetized, then I feel like that was just a learning point, or that's just a video I really didn't care to make money off from. Because when I make my YouTube career, it's gonna be videos where I'm not going to accept a certain video to get monetized, to get paid off from, because I want people to know that I'm being genuinely serious about what I'm talking about, not just making money off a video. Like if I'm talking about something that got to do with the world, or a sensitive subject, I want people to know that I'm being serious, and this is just nothing I'm making money off from. So some videos I know for a fact I'm gonna get monetized and paid from, and some videos I'm gonna allow myself not to get paid from, because when when I decided to build my channel up, I wanted to make sure that people know that I'm not faking it. This is me. So when you get to my channel and you subscribe, what you get from the beginning is what you're gonna get all the way to the end. So when the monetize come and when YouTube start watching the videos, I know it's gonna be much stricter, it's gonna be much harder. So if it's a video that I put out that I really love and enjoy, and I'm having a hard time trying to get by um YouTube's rules, I'm probably just gonna take the monetized off and just post that video, because I'm mostly posting on YouTube because I love doing it. I love entertaining people, inspiring, giving advice, and just having fun on the game no matter what it is. Because I feel like you don't have to be a big artist or rapper or actor or anything to influence and embetter people. You can be anything you want to help motivate the next generation into doing something they love to do, whether that be anything in the world. You should be inspired to do it from anybody and anything, not just someone who's making hundreds of millions, like just top tier big. Anybody should be able to inspire you, no matter how big or small. So when the monetization rules and everything start coming in, I'll just see how it works. But some videos will and some videos won't. So it's probably gonna be 50-50.
Okay, okay. Um, in your opinion, because I know I have my thoughts about this. You feel me? Um, I see certain content that is like constant. You feel me?
Right.
And let's say like all the naked challenge and all that, or I don't know, breaking people's stuff and all that.
Right. Oh
It's
man.
so like all that, bro. Like it's like repeating, and it's like like if you're in a certain age, like, oh, this is repeating. It's nothing new, you know.
Right.
But as a kid, you're like, oh snap, I want to watch this. So like as a person, that's on YouTube as well. Like, how do you feel about that? That how it ends, like it gets to the young people.
Well, because like I said, I've been watching YouTube for years. Who hasn't? Because you've seen so many types of videos, from like fake couples or just fake public videos, just a lot. Because when you're young and you watching someone, say like you watch a video like someone going to the hood prank, you seen those videos, and they
Yep.
most kids don't realize that stuff is fake. It's for entertainment. Nobody is really, most of the time, nobody is really putting themselves in that type of danger, especially with couples. Is sometimes they're not even a real couple. They're just making these certain videos for entertainment, getting paid, and then they're going to live a whole new life outside the camera. And then from breaking people things, I don't really, as I'm older, I really don't have interest into those videos anymore, because you already know it's the same thing over and over. And that's the thing with YouTube. It's always the same type of content that is getting posted. Because if something goes viral, everybody on YouTube is going to try to drain that out to the point where it's just old, and then they're going to look for the new thing to stay relevant on. It's really, nobody's really trying to stay in their craft and work on themselves and make something unique for themselves and their channel that can better the younger viewers that's watching, and so they don't really get influenced to go do these certain things and think it's funny or cool or it's real, because it's basically like you watching WWE. As you older, we all know it's fake, it's scripted, it's for entertainment. But since we know that, it's still good because we grew up watching it and it's fun. But when you young, you watching and you be like, oh my God, did he just really do that? Now I gotta wait and watch it next week and see what happened, because you really think they putting themselves through all this harm and everything, but not realizing that it's rehearsed, it's all scripted, they going through it and all this and that. Now it's still real because they get hurt, but at the same time,
True.
it's still for your entertainment. That's why I don't understand when some people go to these certain channels that is literally doing the same thing as the other channel. They're commenting saying it's basically the same thing. They doing this and they doing that, but yet they're still watching it.
Yeah.
That's what mostly is going on right now. But at the same time, when you have all these type of videos and content out, it just basically just it gets really old. It gets really, really old. And then with the breaking things, at that point, with YouTube, you probably making so much money you can buy like 10 more of them things that you're breaking. But at the same time, it's still just getting old, because at the same time you're just watching every other channel do the exact same thing. No matter how big or small, you're gonna run into the same thing. Like, say you type in um breaking my boyfriend PlayStation 4, you're gonna get like a whole list of so many couples or so many random people doing the same thing. That's why it's best to like find something unique and something much more funner that is rare that you really don't see on YouTube at all, because it just gets old and boring. Now, when you're young, it may not be that way because you still think it's real.
Yeah.
But as they get older, they're gonna get that mindset too. That's why I think with some channels, no matter how big they are, their viewers, they're going to get older. They're going to realize that this is fake. That's why I feel like big channels, they're mostly end up dying in the future, because if you keep posting the same content, people are going to get tired of it and they're going to go to the new channel. So I feel like when you keep posting the same content and it's the same thing over and over, it can really kill your channel down the road. So that's why it's best to um get out your comfort zone and make new content and just do something that's going to keep your viewers watching every single time they want to come to your channel, not just the same old thing that's been going on YouTube since like 2000.
That's, you spin a lot of facts right there, man. I ain't gonna do. You right. You right. It's crazy, and I don't think the kids even know about it. That's what I'm saying. Like if let's say like let's go to like a certain. So you say you watch YouTube, right? So do you know a guy named CJ So Cool?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Do you know a guy named PewDiePie?
Of course.
Okay, great. Um, as as teenagers, as young adults, grown men, we both know that probably majority of those subscribers have to be kids. Correct?
CG So Cool subscribers, they're all kids, because when you're an adult and you're older and you trying to get to a certain point in your life, you really don't want to get on YouTube and watch some other dude posting the same thing. Look at all these cars, look at all these shoes, look at my big house,
Yeah.
look at how much I'm like CJ So Cool. His viewers are all young, because when you're a kid and you see someone have all these things, it's amazing to you. But as you older, and if you really not into that certain things, you're not gonna watch it. But as a kid, you just eating all that up. Nah, CJ So Cool, I really don't watch him as much because he's really not someone that I really care to watch on YouTube, because mostly my videos on YouTube, either gaming, funny videos, or just something I can just get entertained off from. Not just someone who keeps posting money, clothes, and just merchandises. I really don't care for that. Now, PewDiePie, I mean, I've been on YouTube the longest. I don't know how he got all them subscribers. I don't know what he did or how he did it because I don't know because I watch PewDiePie videos. Some videos are entertaining and some videos I just don't find that are entertaining. And I just don't know how he just generated all these subscribers and blew up the way he did. But I mean, you gotta respect it, but at the same time, you just gotta wonder. But you know, it's a lot of YouTubers that are doing what PewDiePie trying to do, and then it's a lot of YouTubers that are doing what CG So Cool trying to do. I feel like what PewDiePie got going on, ain't he gonna always be successful on top because you know he's always doing something new, he's always doing something better, and he has all them subscribers. I mean, so it really ain't no point in him dying anytime soon. But CG So Cool, and then you know drama around his videos and what he got with his family, and it's just like he's mostly to me he's mostly like a drama channel now. He got like a lot of drama going on, so it's mostly drama and money with him. So I really don't know, but I don't really like the videos.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yep. I don't yet. Golly. I don't know how you did it either, man. This dude got 108 million subscribers.
See, I don't know.
8 million subscribers. And it's what's crazy about that? Like when I'm looking at his videos right now, the highest things will go up is probably only it's going to be in the millions. Probably like his max will most likely be like 4 million, right? But he has 108 million. So that makes me think, right? So
Mm,
I like my favorite people to watch is really Tyrone Magnus, Flight, and Pretty Boy Fredo. That's basically my and Tristan Jazz. Yep, those are my people I watch. Their content may be the same, but it's different. And the reason why I
right,
say it's different is because how they make it. Flight puts out sports things, and he used to put out reactions and stuff like that. All right, cool. But they also have different channels for what they do, how they talk about it, da da da. So I'm cool with that, and I also grew up watching them. Um, but it's different if it's like, what was it? What was it? DDG, right? I'm gonna put him out there. He would have something big for you to tell you. He would make it seem big, but it wasn't really big because of the title. It was clickbait. Now
right,
everyone's gonna be like, "Yo, what we're doing is not even really all that, but for us to get more views, we need a clickbait." And that's when you see all the girls and everything, showing what they trying to show and all that stuff, and it makes
right.
you think like, I, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. If I had if I was with a girl, and we made a couple channel, we not doing that. Most of my things I would rather react than do pranks. Honestly, you feel me?
I mean, because here's the thing: if you say you with someone and you living together, you seeing that person every single day, 24/7, 365.
Mm-hmm.
How is you going to pull off a prank? That's why when you see most YouTube couples, if they're posting a prank almost more than 3 to 4 times a week, it's mostly fake because there's no way you have enough time to pull off this certain prank and get that certain reaction from the person that you just living with the whole time. Because mostly some pranks is fake, and a lot of younger viewers don't know that. And with Pretty Boy Fredo, I ain't gonna lie, I've subscribed to him and I watch his videos too. The reason because I've been watching Fredo since 2K. That's how I found Fredo when he was playing 2K and he was
Storytelling.
yeah, and then he was dropping people off with the 1v1 and breaking streaks and everything. That's how I found Fredo, and I had he was like one of the influencers to get me to play 2K on my YouTube because I'm not the whole best at YouTube with me and my friends, but when we play it and we just have a fun and we raging, I feel like that's content worthy. We can't sit there and get on 100 win streak, but Fredo, I found him from 2K, but his videos now, um,
It's
I feel
different.
like what he's doing good at is because he built up this group of community called SSH. So
Yup.
that's why he is excelling the way he is. And he's um, built himself a group of people that's building themselves off too. Because one of his people, Malik,
Yeah, Malik.
he was a fan, and he picked him up and changed his life all around. So now he's doing YouTube, and then it went so on and so forth. So he is doing good off of YouTube because he is taking a different approach from 2K and doing the relationship prank videos, because he was doing that with Jasmine.
Yep.
So now that that's over, he built himself um, a community that he can continuously thrive and eat off from. Now, DDG, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't really watch DDG no more because one, he always did the clickbait.
Yep.
He would do the clickbait and then the title, and then he would have these certain people in the videos. I just really I just really wasn't fucking with the videos that much. I just really didn't care because it just got old. I mean, I feel like if you keep clickbaiting your viewers, they're gonna get tired and old, and they ain't gonna watch it no more. And then now DDG recently, last time I watched this video, he said he done with YouTube and he just gonna strictly start rapping. Now I think I fully stopped watching him when he went down that route, because you came from YouTube, you built yourself off YouTube. Everyone is going to know you from YouTube, no matter how much you try to be a rapper. You'll always be known from YouTube, and I feel like he just needs to accept that and continue building himself off from that, not just trying to drop YouTube all around just to become a rapper, because it's a lot that goes into being a rapper. But now that you built yourself off from this platform, you can excel yourself more to being what you want to be next. I'm not saying he can't be whatever he want to be. It's just don't try to drop the number one thing that puts you where you are now and your family to pursue something else, because your loyalty and your fans came from YouTube. You can't just push them to the side just to do YouTube. And then another reason why I really don't watch DDG no more is because um he started an OnlyFans. You remember that when he started OnlyFans, he said, if you want to be successful on YouTube, subscribe to my OnlyFans to see how to become better. And I feel like that cut it off for me because one, if I was in a DDG position, I wouldn't be trying to have people come pay me to live their dream, because one, you're already getting paid because I'm watching your videos, for one.
That's true.
Number two, we made you who you are. So why would we pay you to help get us in that position or better? And number three, you should never really pay someone to follow what you love to do. You should never do that, because following what you love to do, no matter what it is, you're going to have to pay something to build yourself to that position. From YouTube, from the gaming equipment and all that, you got to put money into that. You can't put money into someone who's really not guaranteed at all, because people who subscribe to DDG OnlyFans, I really don't see them excelling or getting bigger at all, because no matter what you do, you still got to go through the work and the years of YouTube of building yourself off. Unless DDG come and pick you up and put you in a video, put your name down and put your description down, you got to work for it.
Okay. That's true. That's true as well, man. It's it's different. I think he was only doing that. I ain't gonna do it, man. I stopped watching him too, man. I stopped watching him too. Because a lot of people throughout the years they stop. They don't hit the same no more. It's just different. You used to be, back in the day, you used to be like this good. Now you like, you strain away from that, and then
Right.
the fans like just go away. So now when they see that and they see like, oh, I get less views throughout the whole years from when I started, it's like, all right, now I got to put out some different content. And like you said with a Pretty Boy Fredo, how he built the SSH community, you know what I'm saying,
Mm,
and he built his crew and everything. Like I said, that's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted
right.
to do. Instead of me making it with y'all and y'all branch off then on, I wanted to build us all together. I wanted the opposite. I wanted to build together. Then later on, we could branch off, but still make a community when we, come together. Because honestly, he when he does it, he's always with a group of people. You know what I'm saying? There's always
Right.
multiple. So throughout the whole situation, no matter what, with his content's always good with a group of people. He do live streams and everything, but hey,
Exactly, because that's the number one thing with YouTube. I get because when I started, my mindset was already, okay, how can I make my people help influence me to get to where I want to be? And the thought was just everyone get on YouTube and build up each other together. Because here's my thing: when you get on YouTube and you're by yourself, I feel like it's gonna take much longer because one, you gotta you have to find a way to reach out to all these certain people. Because as soon as you get on this platform, you nobody knows you. You have zero subscribers, so you got to build up all that work. Then you have to just make videos, and then if you're not good at making videos by yourself, it's just gonna be much harder. So with me going into YouTube, I always wanted to build a group and community that's always together making videos and just having fun together. And then we stay together, but at the same time, we're going to help and build other people. So that way, as they grow, we grow, everyone is eating, everyone is living a dream, everyone is happy, everyone is good. It's not just someone being selfish, taking up all the credit, all the fame, all the money, and this and that. No, no. Everyone is building each other up. Everyone is happy, and everyone is going to spread that blessing to someone else who needs it, that wants to be in that position. And it don't matter if they want to do YouTube or whatever or not, because YouTube, the best thing about YouTube is you can do whatever you want on YouTube, and that can help expand whatever brand you have. So that way, whatever business or whatever idea you got, you can go ahead and collect that audience that can come to whatever you have that can blow up whatever dream you have. So that's why I said with Pretty Well Freighter, that's why he's still relevant and still popping and still growing subscribers, because he built this whole community of people that is on the same energy that he has. And as more as they blow up, he will blow up. And then the more people they recruit, and the more, I mean, a lot of people love SSH, from kids to teenagers. Everyone loves SSH, and a lot of people wants to join SSH.
mm-hmm.
So it's like Fredo, he's going to always grow and blow up. That's just how it's going to be. That's why he's going to always be successful, because he's not worrying just about himself. He's worrying about everyone that's in his group and everyone that wants to be better and that wants to just follow what he doing, but in their own way. That's why when I get on YouTube, I wanted to do something like that. So that's why I was like, it don't matter what it is, from gaming to a podcast to a skit or anything. It don't really matter. You gotta have an open mind with being on YouTube, because that's what's going to help you grow more. Because if you just stay in one place, it's going to be very, very hard for you to grow.
that that is true. I was always taught never to put all your eggs in one basket. There you go. I was always taught never to do that, and that's why I'm going to college, working, and I'm trying to do YouTube as well. So I'm doing multiple things that can probably get me multiple incomes. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So when, like, let's say my job helps, what I'm saying, I'm trying to make this money, what I'm saying, and I'm trying to get this equipment, you know, equipment can help me with music stuff, put me in a better place, get family out, just multiple things, and yeah, I would love to do skits with people. It's just like, who can I do it with? Like,
Right.
can't do it virtually. I will look for people in here, like I got some people in my community, but like I don't think like you have to show me that you're really down for this. You have to show me that you really want to do this. Because if that's not the case, then I don't want to waste my time. you're not gonna try to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
I mean,
exactly. See,
mm,
that's why when I came into this, I already had the group of people I knew that was gonna be down with whatever ideas that involve what I had going on, because it's very good to have that certain people that support what you do. And then not only that, my way of going into it, the only stubborn thing that I had to get rid of was whoever I had, that was just it. I'm not getting nobody else. But I just had to realize that the best part about doing what you're doing is that it's gonna be always someone else that's looking up to you, trying to follow you, and then there's gonna be always someone that just wants to build their stuff up too. So that's why I said it's better to have a group of people that's putting in the work, that wants to be better, and just, everyone is doing what they love to do. So that's why it's so much better going into YouTube or anything with a group of people that you can be motivated from and get support from, that can get you to where you want to be. So that's why I said that the podcast and everything was a great idea, and collabing on games, collabing on anything is a great idea. Now, now the skits part, I mean, I got ideas, but I'm not really at that level or where I want to be at for that part. But that will come later down the road. But it's still a lot of work in progress. But I'm trying to take one thing at a time. And the reason why Another reason why I love YouTube for income wise is because I can get paid from YouTube, then I can get paid from Twitch, and then as my name and everything get bigger, you can get paid from sponsors and everything, from people that want you to represent um their product or whatever they want you to sponsor. So when so it's like a lot of ways you can get income from. Plus, once I get bigger on YouTube, I'm trying to think about getting into entrepreneur.
mm,
It's a lot of ideas and a lot of um amazing things YouTube can help open doors to whatever idea that you have. And then when you have all these group of people with you, you can it the you can do whatever you want. There's no such thing as impossible, because as long as you working and then you have that group of people that is motivated and doing what you want to do, it's limitless. You can do whatever you want to do. So that's why, what you're doing, even though it's still like not a lot of people that's coming to help do this and do that, you can still make it work, because I'm gonna make sure that we can have something get done. We can do something. We can try to help you get like a game system, whatever, so that way you can build off your channel in multiple ways. You can do podcasts, you can do gaming, you can do
yeah,
uh your music. It's a lot of things that you can do with YouTube. It's not just one thing. That's the best part about trying to be the best part that you can be. So that way, when you have all these viewers, you're attracting multiple viewers, not just gaming viewers. You're getting every section that you can possibly get. So that's why I went into this making sure that no matter who you are, if you did something that you love to do, and we can help each other and we can help support each other and build each other up, I feel like everybody should be able to work together. It shouldn't be like, oh, you too small or you too big for me to work with you. I feel like everyone should work together to build off for each other and get better for each other.
that's true. That's true. That's good, man. I listen, man. Listen, I promise you. We gonna work together, bro. We gonna work together. I promise you that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I run my bag up with this job, best believe, cause I know you got PlayStation 5. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Wait, actually, matter of fact, cause it's gonna probably gonna be the last question. Then we both gonna be out, cause I gotta get ready for my work. I probably
no
out.
problem.
You know what I'm saying? So it's probably gonna be the last question. So, for a person right now, um, that has a PS5, you have an Instagram, you promote yourself, like, and you're doing this all on your own.
Right.
You have to like, who, matter of fact, better question. Does your family support you on what you're doing. 'Cause that's probably the biggest thing. Because some parents are like, how was gaming gonna pay bills? How was YouTube gonna
Yeah,
help you out in the future? How was YouTube
right.
a career? So maybe if you can explain a little bit on your part, so I'll do a little.
Well, number one thing for me is that I'm really blessed about is that my mom, she supported me in no matter what I wanted to do. Now, this is the first time I'm ever going to say this because when I was growing up,
Mm,
I had so many fucking ideas. I wanted to act, I wanted to dance, I wanted to
hey,
play basketball, I wanted to do all these certain amount of things, and gaming was always number one. So I already knew that I was going to be able to do something in my life. I mean, I'm doing all these things, but my mom, she supported me in no matter what I wanted to do because when I was still trying to figure out if I wanted to go to college or not, it just wasn't happening. And then she didn't tell me, you need to go to college, you need to do this. She was like, okay, college is not for you, don't worry about it. So when I finally figured out I want to do gaming, I want to be a YouTuber and a streamer, she promoted it for me, she accepted it, she just supported me so much on it. And she was one of my biggest um people
orders.
that helped supported me to get me to where I'm at now with all this equipment. And then as soon as that came, then I had my crazy ass uncle, then I got my cousins, I got my god bros and god sisters, and now I got Naya, my love of my life, and it's just all these people that help build off to help me get where I need to be. It was just like, okay, well then it just gave me the idea, okay, well, we all need to get better and to just grow from each other. So that way, because it was just incredibly hard to just jump into this because, like I said, when all this equipment coming out, it's just very, very, very hard
Expensive,
because
man.
from exactly. And then when I figured I had to get like a computer to be able to edit these videos
Mm,
and record it a certain way so that way it don't look like a bootleg on my channel. It was ridiculous because my computer, that's like almost $1,000. That was like 900 something I had to pay.
word.
Just yes,
You have a
it was like
desktop or like a laptop?
I got a desktop. I got like the
Uh,
whole shit. That was like almost $1,000. And then my monitor I had to buy completely on its own. It didn't even came with a monitor, it just came with a keyboard and mouse. So the monitor, that was like 200. And then my game capture card, my HD 60, that
mm,
was like 100 something. And then my new monitor that I got, because I don't use TV no more. I use a gaming monitor because it's much more better and clearer, and it just captures everything much more better. Now I grew up playing on the TV, so I didn't know the difference. But when this dude told me from Best Buy that it's so much better, I saw a big difference because when I was editing my videos, it will look so much different on my computer rather than my TV because it was just more clearer and sharper. So that's why I went and got that. So that costed like 100 something. And then the PlayStation consoles alone, I got the PlayStation 4 Pro, and I
mm,
got mine on sale for Christmas. So that was like 200.
mm.
But since I got lucky this year and got the PlayStation 5 like right on the month it came out, that was like 530. And then my Blue Yeti mic, that was like 150 or something. My desk, that was close to 200. I'm literally sitting here over at least $3,000 right now.
Oh,
So I
oh,
mean, you gotta really, really
you gotta
want
invest in yourself.
yeah, you gotta really want and love to do this because when you start YouTube, nothing is paying you. I'm doing these videos for free. I'm not getting paid to do none of this. I'm doing it because I love it. Because if I did not love it and um if I wasn't motivated to do this, I'll be damned if I pay over $3,000 for some stuff that I'm not even interested in. That's just ridiculous.
Most definitely, I agree.
So I mean, so when I have all these people that's, you know, helping me and supporting me in a way and giving me advice and, you know, just supporting me, it won't make no sense for me to not have the mindset to the point where they're doing better than me. Cause they made me who I am today and helped me get to the point where I'm at now. And then when I meet new people, for one like you, that wants to do the same thing and has the motivation to want to do this, it'll be retarded of me not to go ahead and say, all right, let's go ahead and have a plan, set this up so we can do this, da 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 da. That way we can all grow up and build something better for everyone. So that way, when we at a point in our lives where we good and we see someone that was in our position, we can go to them, help them grow and get better, and it just continues the cycle because it's much more better being in a group rather than being alone. Because it's just way too much harder. And like I said, when I'm doing everything by myself, from the playing the game, trying to decide what games I want to play, and editing it. Which, if you want your videos to be very good and you want to have like that, it's gonna take hours to edit. Then you got to worry about a thumbnail, and that's gonna take hours. And then when you upload it on YouTube, depending on how fast it's gonna load, that's gonna take hours.
Yeah.
So that way, so that means you gotta like have a certain schedule to when you got to wake up and be like, okay, let me record this video, do this and do that, and have it out in a certain time frame. And then when you want to do extra videos, it's a lot of work. So this is basically a part-time job for right now that you're not getting paid for. That's why I said when you get into YouTube, you have to want to do it strictly for fun and just having a good time. Because if you put yourself through all these things, it's just going to drain you and drag you down because it's not what you want to do. That's why that saying YouTube or some things are not for everybody, they were not lying. This is true. So that's why I feel like it's very, very good to have and build yourself around these people that love you and support you. And then when you go out and you have other people that has the same ideas or visions or dream or just want to have that certain type of motivation to do something, I feel like no matter what you're doing, you should be always trying to help them and give out a hand. So that's why I feel like from my YouTube side, I'm willing to work and help anybody that is trying to be at a certain point or trying to be better. That's why I feel like most of these YouTubers that are so big, if you try to like contact them or reach out to them for just like um a simple question like what editing software you use or this and that, they can't reach out to you because it's probably like so many people messaging them or you're just too small, so they're not going to reach out to help you. That's why I feel like when I reach a certain point, no matter how big I am, if you come to message me or anybody in my group or anybody that I work with, I want everyone to be able to reach out to help each other, no matter how big or small.
So you're that determined. Let's say you have 1 million people, right, that follow you.
Right.
You're gonna message 1 million people.
Well, for one, a million people is not going to want to do YouTube. Like I said, YouTube is not for everybody. No matter how much big you're on, no matter how much money you're getting paid, it don't matter if I tell you what you need to do, what you need to get, and how you need to do it. If you don't keep at it for days and weeks and months or even years, it won't even matter because you would just eventually end up giving up. Now, that's why I said, now, there's no way in hell me alone is going to message back over thousands and millions of people. That's just ridiculous. I don't even like being on my phone that much. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, I'm going to message them. And hell no. I'm just going to let that, hell no. That's why I said, when I have all these people, you have plenty of people to reach out to. It could be me, it could be you, it could just be anybody that's in my group who I'm associated with or doing videos with that can give you certain advice or tips or how to do this and that. Now, if you just strictly come to me and be like, help me get this certain amount of views or subscribers, like give you a shout out, um, that's not gonna work because you have to put in the work yourself. Now, as you continue to put in the work and as you grow, then you can go ahead and get put in the group to go ahead and put in that work, because you just don't want to give someone a free ride and then they don't really deserve it because they end up being shady and do something that's just not right.
We're not
So
doing nothing
I
wrong.
exactly. So you just don't want to give no one no free ride, but I still feel like you should give someone who comes up to you an opportunity and chance to help learn from you. So that way,
Yeah,
when you see them actually putting in the work, then you can go ahead and give them much more help and bring them into the group. That's why I feel like with this podcast, I feel like you really go far because you can invite certain amount of people in,
yeah.
interview them and see how it can go out. And then whoever is really putting in that certain amount of work that really want to do this.
Mm.
And then even if they don't want to do it, if they just want to do YouTube to help build up whatever brand they got going on, it can really help anybody and everybody.
Yeah, I
So
got passed up like yesterday. Like when you said like who else was gonna be on the thing, I was trying to. There was another YouTuber and he was a gamer like you, and
mm,
he plays Madden. And I said, hey, I have a podcast, and he was asking, do you want to join? It's another YouTuber, and he was like, how many views you get? I said, well, I'm still working on my first one right now because I was editing, so I couldn't tell him then, and editing it took me what 2 days, maybe a couple of days to just edit it
exactly.
because it was an hour and 41 minutes. I literally had to cut out an hour and put 41. My stepfather just
Exactly.
told me that don't make it that long. It's too lengthy. I said, well, what do you mean? He said, just put out the content what needs to be out there, right? So this right here, right? I'm probably gonna have to do a lot of editing, but honestly, I feel like I shouldn't because we're talking like real stuff right here. I feel like I'm gonna put like, all right, cool, put an intro here and there. Might put some, um, I don't want to say emotes, but some things, just to make it, cool and all that, and that'll be it. Because honestly, I feel like I shouldn't cut off certain things that should be said. You feel me? And that was,
Right. So, and that's the hard thing about a podcast. But if you got that certain person or certain people that's really there's really no point in trying to cut because when I make a video, I try to keep it 30 minutes or shorter because I don't want no whole 50 hour because even I'm not going to sit there and watch something that long. So if I'm not doing it, I don't expect the people that come watch me to do it. So that's why I keep it 30 minutes or shorter. And I try to just build up off that because when you playing the game,
mm,
time flies by. So it's like once you're done gaming, you'll be done. All right, let me see how long the video will probably be an hour or 2 hours long. So then
mm,
you gotta cut and all that out and put what you want on. That's why it's sometimes it's really hard editing and cutting because it could be something that you really want in the video, but it's already too long. So that's the thing about editing and learning. So that's why I'm probably gonna try to like start doing like part ones or part twos. Now that's what you can do.
yeah,
You can like chop it up and do part one and part two. So you can do that. Now
yeah,
back to do with the gaming channel. I feel like once someone asks you how many views you get, how many subscribers you get, that's already something you can just go ahead and cut short because they already letting themselves know that they want someone with the same amount or higher subscribers or views so that way they can build up faster because I'm guessing in their mind they're not going to build off of someone who's getting less than 10 or something views because my channel, even though I got like 50 subscribers, my views, they're building like at least 10 to 20, maybe 30. My videos back then, the reason they're so high now is because I've been on YouTube for like almost a year and that was group videos.
mm,
So my videos, they are my views, they are high, but at the same time, it takes a while for them to get high. That's the thing. So it's not like when I post a video, it's going to instantly get 50 views because I got 50 subscribers. But my thing is, I feel like you should never really try to down someone because you don't want to work them because they're not getting a certain amount of views or subscribers because everyone on YouTube started off at 0 views and 0 subscribers. You had to build your way up. So you should always, keep an open mind and just open your heart to just trying to help and work with anybody, not just
this is
certain
right.
people. Yeah, that's me.
Yo, oh yeah, go subscribe, bro. Go subscribe. Look, my man has 100 videos, bro. Let's run him up, bro. Let's run up. Spam in the chat, 100K, 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 man. Get him 100,000 subscribers, bro. This man needs it, man. We all do, man. We all trying to be up there, man. That's all we all trying to do.
Exactly.
We all trying to be blessings out here. Cause I like me and you,
Exactly.
we like what we have in common is like when we have nothing, we still want to bless people with other opportunities, and
Exactly.
that's what we just want to do. And I guess sometimes it's you know, beggars can't be choosers. Honestly, beggars can't be choosers. But listen,
Right.
we give what we can give, and if you don't want, I ain't gonna force you. I ain't gonna force you. I'm gonna just do me, and whenever I go up there, just remember you had an opportunity.
Exactly.
That's
And
it.
then that's another thing. I mean, I guess when people they brush you off, they don't think you gonna make it or whatever. But when you make it, then they just gonna act like they forgot the opportunity
Yeah,
that was presented. So
yeah,
that's why I feel like no matter who you are, big or small, give everyone a chance, because if you help someone
yeah,
and they turn out big, and I think people should also keep in mind, not you're not gonna always be the best. Someone is always gonna come and they're gonna be bigger than you and get more views than you. But you should never be like, no, I don't want that person to be better than me. No, you should always strive to have someone be better than you, but at least you work to be and better in yourself. Because with YouTube, everyone's getting paid. It ain't like just because he getting paid more than you getting paid any lesser. You still gonna get the certain amount of money that you worked for. Whatever he got, that's what his channel is collecting. That's why I said when everyone is working together, everyone is building off of each other, everyone is, just doing what everyone's supposed to do on their side, and what they when it's time to come together, everyone's getting paid, everyone's getting the bag. And then when we want to expand our group or expand what we have, nobody's going to end up going broke or going back to the old days, or just not being where they want to be, because you have this big community that's everyone is growing off from. So there shouldn't be no reason not to feel good or happy just because somebody in a group is getting more views or subscribers. You shouldn't feel um upset about it. You should feel proud and happy about it. You know what I'm saying? That's just like me and you working together, and you get more views and subscribers than me, so I feel some sort of way. That shouldn't be what happens. You should always encourage everyone to get this certain amount, and then if someone is slacking, we can help each other. That's why I said it's so much better being in a group on YouTube. And then that's why I feel like, what a lot of YouTubers, people really need to change their attitudes from a channel trying to get better and grow bigger, so that way they can get in your position or better. But I guess people just are selfish or jealous in their own way. But I don't see the point in being that way. So that's why I said when I get up there with the people that I know we can make a change from,
mm,
I'm gonna try to change the side of YouTube that is just making sure smaller YouTubers have it harder, because it's going to take us a while to get to that certain point.
it is.
But if you giving us this certain advice, like from editing wise and somewhere we can get the best thumbnails and this and that, it will be cut shorter. That's why I feel like um, what we have and what's going to be built up in the near future is going to be um, very, very special. So for people who really don't want to work with small channels like you and me, I really don't beg or feel anything about it. Whatever they got going on, I don't wish no bad on nobody from whatever. If that's what you want to do, no problem. But we have people that is looking up to us and supporting us and getting us to the point where we need to be at. So I feel like that should be enough to keep going, not just someone who has bigger momentum like views and subscribers telling us no, so we should feel some sort of way. So no matter what it is, everyone just need to keep going, and eventually we'll get to where we need to be.
Yeah, that's true, man. We speak real facts. We talk what is real. We talk how we feel, and that's how we do on Express, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being on the podcast, man. Appreciate you trying it up with me. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. Just welcome to the end of the video. You feel me? Glad y'all made it. I love it. Man.